Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here at the screen of Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. Welcome. Today we are going to be running through the demo, the playable demo, as you can see up here, to the game that it will be releasing very shortly. I believe next week sometime. Holy moly, where has the time gone? I gotta go pick up a pre-order for that thing. But either way, I'm here to play through the demo with you guys. I've played through twice before, and it's actually a very pointed, targeted demo at just introducing a couple of things, so you'll see that as we go through the process here. We'll be going probably at a fast pace. I'll try to be explaining things as we go along, but as I said, there's not really much to this other than a couple of cutscenes and about 3 or 4, 5 or 6 fights, so those are pretty easy. Hopefully we'll 5-star the final boss of the demo. Just like the Final Fantasy XIII-2 demo, there was a final boss, so we'll be seeing how that goes here. Without further ado, let's start the playable demo. As you can see, it's explaining something about the Outer World services here, which is basically their way that they can link you socially to the game, and also you can social link to other players that are playing at the same time as you. You can send them items, weapons, messages, and things of that nature, as well as you can post stuff to your Facebook, which is sort of alluded to as a feature in Final Fantasy XIII 2. But we have shit to do. Let's get going here.
When I awoke from my dreamless sleep, I was just in time to witness the end of the world.
It's beginning. The feast at the end of time. The last revelry to say farewell. The people here know that it's almost over.
Yeah. Only 13 days to go.
It's the chaos. Do you want to turn back?
Too late now.
What are you doing? The Savior. Sire! Got it.
Snow, it's been a long time. You know what I am, and you know what I want.
I can take a wild guess. You want to save it. The legends had told of her coming. Banisher of darkness, bringer of light, redeemer of souls. She'd come at the end of days to guide our souls to salvation. Damn you, lightning! What's it gonna be? You gonna try to kill me?
It's over.
You're a regular angel of death, Light. So now what? This the bit where you save my soul?
I could help you, if that's what you want.
Damn it! What kind of answer is that?
Now that isn't going to work.
Lumina!
Now that's not right. You're not supposed to throw your life away.
I swear that kid is a demon.
Angels of death and demons? You're attracting the wrong crowd, Snow.
Whoa. No one is gonna stop me. You hear? Not you, definitely not her. If I have to fight the Savior, then I will.
The centuries have changed us, Snow and me. Once we fought desperately together against our fates. Now he's patron of a never-ending revel, presiding over a banquet at the end of the world. And I've become the savior. I'm a servant of God, sent to a world being consumed by chaos. Tell me, Snow, has ever a day passed when you haven't thought about Sarah? The girl you loved, my younger sister. How long has she been gone now? She brought us together and made us allies and friends. I can't give her back to you, but I can save your soul and free you from your long torment. It'll be my first act as savior. All right, Mr. Hope time. Any ideas? What do I do next?
Like, come on. Just call me Hope, okay? Right now, your #1 priority is Snow. Don't let him get away.
And as any other Final Fantasy game does start out with as high of an octane introduction as ever, and of course it throws us right into a battle to start things. Obviously this is going to be the tutorial to a bunch of different mechanisms of the fighting system in this game, which is quite robust and different. As you can see, we have our ATB gauge at the top, which will drain with every attack we choose. We have the 2 bars, which are our other schemata, which are basically the paradigms, as well as our HP here. On the top right, we have the name of our schemata. As you can see, you can change them with the bumpers or whatever the PlayStation equivalent is. And you have different attacks, so you can just choose whichever you want, and we'll probably just do away with this guy as much as we possibly can right now. He's really not that difficult. You just go through your attacks, obviously, and, you know, just keep hitting them as much as you want, I guess. There's really nothing much else to it. If you hit them with enough attacks of a certain kind or in a certain way, you could see the sine waves above their heads start going a little bit crazy, and they turn from blue to yellow to red, and then you can put them into a stagger mode, as you can see, and you can do more damage, you can knock them up, and you can interrupt them as you please. So, we're now back in action as Lightning, and as far as I know, you're only controlling Lightning in this game, so it's definitely going to be a new experience for just about everybody. And we have to find Snow by basically killing all these enemies and following him around through the area. Not going to be difficult at all, as you can see. You can basically just spam out these small enemies. It's really the Egyptian type looking sphinxes that are, not sphinxes, but the Anubian looking ones that are a little bit more on the tough side here. And as you can see, you can actively get preemptive strikes in this game, just like in Final Fantasy XIII too. Something that we haven't not grown accustomed to. I guess we've just kind of gotten used to it, but now hopefully it will give us a little bit more of an opportunity to have more of a active outcome on the battles. As you can see, if you hit them when their little ID question mark thing is yellow, or when it's red, you get 10% HP off, and when you hit them when it is yellow, which you might see a little bit later in this little playthrough, you do 25% HP reduction to start the battle, which is actually pretty cool. So we're just trying to finish this off here as much as we can. It's really nothing else to it besides these menial fights, which they make pretty easy, but the final boss is actually a little bit more of a test of, you know, how you learn things. So we'll obviously get to that when we come to it. As you can see, when you fail the preemptive strike, you lose 5% of your HP, which sucks because it doesn't heal between battles, which is something you'll see, I think, after this battle. So it's something that you have to think about too. You don't want to take as much damage because then you have to spend your money on recovery items. Which they'll show you obviously after this. But as you can see, we've unlocked our schemata customization, which is a large portion of this game. As you can see, you have a bunch of different main schemata, and then you have other schemata collections here, which are different ones that you can choose to put in for your main ones. And I just want to see what this has for us here. I want to use the same sort of schemata that I did before, but I don't know, I might actually change things up a bit here. So you can see you can choose your different weapons. I'm just going to go with the build that I used last time because it was really helpful for me. Here, let's throw the Dragon Gauntlet on this one. We're going to steal a lot of what the Dragoon has on us here. And as you can see, there's a ton of customization, which is actually really cool in my opinion, but we'll get to that obviously when the time comes. So let's throw beatdown at the top here. Want to keep guard on our X, obviously. And as you can see, other attacks are locked in these different modes. So that's also something we want to think about as well. Let's do Crimson Blitz for this one. And we want a shield that bolsters our magic power here. There we go. Obviously, we don't have any access to different accessories right now, but that's okay because it's not that big of a deal. We're going to make this a debuff class, even though we probably don't need one for this, but it's nice regardless. We'll do counter blow for this one, and instead of guard, we're going to do meta guard. So this is kind of like our healing intermediate class that we're going to start out with to use a deprotect here. And then the black mage, which is going to be pretty much our bread and butter class, we are going to change up just a bit here in a second. Ooh, I gotta change that lance, don't I? I think actually our Devil's Daughter weapon's good. Let's see. HP. And we don't really need double cross quite. I think we're actually okay with this one so far. We got Blizzaga, Rapid Freeze, and Quick Freeze. Those are both really good attacks for us, so that's good. I think I want to change. Nope, I'm good. So my schemata are pretty good right now. As you can see, we have different recovery items here, and it will heal us as the game sees fit for us, which is pretty nice. But we're going to come across a black market guy to allow us to replenish those items very shortly here. He's going to be right around this corner. As you can see, you can run around now. You have a stamina gauge. Pretty interesting additions.
Glimmer of light appears at last. Is the savior a sign of coming destruction or a promise of hope? I would like to bet on hope. If you believe you are the true savior, you'll need to be carefully prepared for the battles that await you on your journey.